All right, so church, we're trying to get to the bottom of this question. Who is the Antichrist and where does he come from? There has been a multitude of speculation about that topic, and every time I hear people speculating about the identity of the Antichrist, I notice that they leave out a number of crucial elements that the Bible clearly tells us in regards to identifying the Antichrist. And so, where are these elements? The Bible says who the Antichrist is. The Bible says where he comes from. So let's go ahead and check it out for ourselves. We're going to check out three texts here: Revelations 17:8, Revelations 11:7, and Revelations 9:11. Okay, let's go. So, Revelations 17:8 says, "The beast that thou sawest was, is not, and shall ascend from the bottomless pit." All right? So that's where he comes from, the bottomless pit. Let's not let that text stand alone. Let's read another text, 11:7. "And when they," that's the two witnesses, "shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome and kill them." So that's two texts right there from the same book that tell us that the beast comes from the bottomless pit. And in so much speculation about where the beast comes from or who he is, I find that that is completely disregarded. And hence there's so much confusion about the identity of this guy, because the Bible also tells us his identity. And that's right here written in Revelations 9:11. Okay, so let's go for that. It says, "And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit." The angel of the bottomless pit, "whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon." And so that's where the beast comes from, the bottomless pit, and that's who he is. He is the angel of the bottomless pit, Apollyon. It says it is plain as day, but people can't deal with that because we don't understand how an entity that's trapped in the bottomless pit, which is a place we don't know where that is, but we know it's a bad place, it's a spiritual place, okay? We don't understand how that entity manifests itself in the earth realm so that he can walk and talk and deceive the nations. And I have the answer, at least for what makes really good sense to me, is that he's going to need a body in order to be able to do that. We're going to read an example here in Revelations 13:8 to prove that he does in fact walk around and talk and deceive the nations. That says, "All that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world." That's referring to the Antichrist right there, the beast from the bottomless pit. But it also says, "And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies," in verse 5, "and power was given to him to continue 42 months. And it says he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God to blaspheme his name." And then it goes on and it says in verse 7, "It was given to him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations." So check out also Revelation 17:8. It says that the people of the world will behold the beast who was, is not, and yet is. He needs a body. That's the point. He needs a body in order to come to the earth, in order to wheel and deal and deceive the nations. So what body will the beast from the bottomless pit reveal himself in? Revelation 17 also has some information on that. So let's go there. Revelation 17 says in verse 11, "And the beast that was," okay, which is the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit, okay, who is Apollyon, okay, "and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and goes into destruction." So check this out. He's the beast that comes from the bottomless pit. The part of him that comes from the bottomless pit is the angel of the bottomless pit, but he's also got a body, and that body that he has is the body of the eighth of seven kings. So then the question is, who is this eighth of seven kings? And that is a question that we're going to answer in our next video.